We're going to graph the curve defined by the parametric equations shown. We're going to indicate the direction of movement along the curve at t equals 0.5. So here's our parametric equations. Our chosen interval is 0 to 1. So at t equals 0, we plug in t into both these equations. We get the x will be 1 and y is going to be 8. So we know the 1.18 is on our curve. I plug 1 in for t in both equations, and I know that 427 is on my curve. I want to know what's happening in 0.5, so I plug that in, and I know I want to put my arrow at the point where x is 2.25 and y is 15.625. Now, I drew this curve on paper, which I highly recommend for all your Wiley curves. I drew it on paper first, and I made a bigger t-chart with lots more points, but for this purpose, I'm just showing the key things here. So, draw it on paper, and then go off to WileyPlus. In this case, WileyPlus has given us two shapes to choose from, and we have a third object, which is the arrow for the direction of movement. So if we look at these two shapes, if we've made a careful paper graph, we know which one to choose. But just in case you want to be absolutely sure, notice that when you click on either of these shapes, the scale tool does not become available. So when the scale tool is not available, it means that you cannot reshape these curves. The only thing you can do is check to see if the endpoints are in the right place. So let's try this guy. We'll put this endpoint at 1.8. The other endpoint is nowhere near 427. So there's two ways to get rid of it. We can click on this particular curve. The X gets rid of what you've just selected. Clear gets rid of everything. So let's try the other guy. We'll put this end at 1.8. The other end is at 427. Perfect. Now let's get the direction arrow. I purposely am dragging it way far away. Notice it just stays where I put it. But we want this end to be where t is 0.5, which means x is 2.25. So I'll get it kind of close to the curve where x is 2.25, let it go, and it snaps right where it belongs. We'll drag the arrow in the direction of movement, and we are done.